All right, guys, we're back. All right, give me a few seconds to set things back up, and we will get back to it. Bitch. Hang on. Okay, I think we are back. Alright. Looks like we're back. Finally. Alright, so when we left off, guys, we were talking about the weapon you get from this guy. Now, Melanie has some additional information about the errants she would like to share with you.
If you would like to get the shrapnel from the errants like Solis suggested, there is a taming mission with the errants. I believe it's 200. I don't remember what the reward was because I don't have the book currently, but that's how you can get shrapnel from the errants and the mission center stuff.
Yeah. So if you want to stack the missions for the errants for the, I think it's the taming missions that she was talking about, all of that information, guys, that we're not sure about or we maybe don't go too in depth about or we just touch on, you can find that information on cyrenedream.org. It's an excellent website, excellent resource for anybody that's new to Cyrene or new players in general, or anybody that wants to know more about the things that we cover that we don't go too in depth in. That's a good resource to find out the things that we're not sure about. So, alright guys, let's see. I think we're just going to do some general hunting and stuff now that we covered most of the information. Is there anything you can think of that we need to maybe go over again? That maybe you have some additional information about, or
there
whatever.
Are missions that you can do that require you to have at least one maze hammer.
And those are the maze missions, right?
Yeah, the maze.
Okay, I think you were going to cover that in a separate video or something, weren't you?
I might. I don't know if I'm going to have time next week when I'm going to stream for Big Industries.
That's right, guys. Big Industries on Cyrene is having their big second anniversary party this weekend. I'm actually starting on the 6th.
Today is SSI's actual anniversary of being on Cyrene for 2 years. However, they're holding off and starting it on Monday because Next Island has an SSI event this weekend. It's either Next Island or Ark. I'm not sure exactly which one.
I'm not really sure, but there is another event going on a different planet that they're holding off so that people have a chance to go to both events. So the BIG birthday, 2-year anniversary event starts on the 6th of May, and there is more information available on that, and Melanie will happily give you guys any information that you need. She's got the link to the website. She's going to be covering the event.
It's on the Cyrene forum.
It's on the Cyrene forum in, I'm not really sure where that is, but it's on the Cyrene forum. So go check that out, and hope to see everybody there.
Actually, you can link to that in the because I have the...
Yeah, I'll send you guys a link, or I'll put it in the description so that you guys can see it, and we'll probably put that in the description of our videos up until when the event starts so that you guys can get more information about it and decide if you want to do it. But it's a really good event. It's held by BIG Industries, or Big Industries, and they usually have lots of good stuff at their events, if I remember right. And I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. Alright, I was looking for something, but...
I know Monday,
I know what.
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday they're going to provide people with Rubios and ammo for hunt, which is good for the free-to-play players.
Right.
They're going to do extra supplies each day.
Yeah, they're doing...
And extended SSI hour.
they're doing sweat buys. They're doing some events like races and hunts and things like that they're going to be giving away prizes and all kinds of neat stuff. So you guys aren't going to want to miss it, I'm sure.
One of the events is jumping off Skylab.
No.
That Saturday morning.
Yeehaw! So we're going to do some skydiving, it looks like. Well, that should be fun. Excuse me, guys. My goodness.
Katie said that's the one that he's looking
So yeah, guys, make sure you check it out, and everybody will have a good old time at that. All right.
Hi, Nady. By the way.
Shout out to Nady and BIG Industries, by the way, for hosting that event and all of their SSI events, by the way, which we're going to be releasing a video about sweating, swunting, what to do with it, where to go to do it, all that kind of stuff, probably sometime on Thursday. So we're going to cover swunting and all that good stuff. And Melanie's probably going to have a lot of good information for you in that video. So make sure you watch out for that one. All right. So, oh, what's in there, dummy? All right. So as I said, just to recap, we went over the mission that you get from Private Snow. We went over the mission that you can get from this guy over here once I get there. Panelon Hunter Jameson. We went over the Panelon sweating mission with Axe. We went over where to go to hunt the Panelons, which is right down here in this cavern, so that you don't interfere with everybody up here. Oh, I remember what I was going to do. No, I don't.
Well, that was the appropriate.
I think it's this guy.
It's that guy, yeah, that one.
One thing I forgot to mention, guys, if you do this guy's mission, you kill, I don't remember how many Panelons, but you... And this is a one and done mission, but you end up with an Imperium armor plate for that. And now Imperium plates can be upgraded. So don't just TT that sucker. You can upgrade them, and they make really good plates when they're upgraded.
When the TT value on the Imperium plates when you get it, this guy, and there's missions to get 7 of them, and there's another repeatable one because they're gonna need more than one plate to do the upgrade mission for. But it goes from 1 ped TT value up to 30 ped TT value just by upgrade. So it's worth trying to do that if.
Yeah, I mean it makes it for a very good value, and it's a good way to get plates for your armor. And as I said, the Imperium plates are upgradable, so they're not cheap ones that you just throw away, guys. Keep them and upgrade them. You won't regret it. Oh my Hulu! I don't care about Hulu. All right, so actually, here is some information about that. I will link that in the stream chats on both, and I will put this in the description as well, so that you guys have access to the information about the VIG 2nd anniversary event that's going on Cyrene this upcoming weekend. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so guys, read all about it in the chat here. And as I said, we will link that also in the description for you guys to find out about.
I have nothing but good things to say about BIG and what they do for free-to-play, new players, and low default players.
Yes, Big Industries, they do a lot for new players. Starting with the the SSI events and all the other hunts and things that they do. They have all kinds of free events on their land that are free to enter that you can win a little bit of ped from, and some other things and some other prizes as well. They give away See, one of their weekly hunts has, I think, an A3 justifier in it. Lots of good stuff. So, hats off to Big Industries for helping out all the new bros and free-to-play players alike. We players like that really do appreciate your efforts and all the things that you do for us. So, thank you very much, Big Industries.
One of these days.
Yeah, probably soon. I mean, they've already asked you to stream this event, so you're probably. I wouldn't doubt it. Oh shit! I linked the wrong thing. See, I'm a dummy today. All right. So as I said today, for the remainder of the stream, if you guys have questions, feel free to ask about it. No trouble at all. We will do our best to answer any questions you may have in the chat. So yeah, we're both mentors, and
I
that's
really
how that
hope
works.
you guys come to Cyrene. It is my favorite planet, hands down, but I am very mission oriented.
Yes, she is very.
Other than being on a kill team at SSI, I don't
Trying
anything
to
without being on the mission.
man, trying to get her to hunt is But to each their own. Everybody plays the game in their own different way.
When they see me streaming for the big event,
Son of a dude.
they're gonna be like, what?
I'll tell you what, guys, I'm just not having the best luck today.
The computer hates us today.
It's just, man, maybe it's just technology saying, fuck all today. Alright, there we go. That's better. Alright, guys, so as I said, we're going to be taking questions if you want to ask them. If not, that's okay. Hang on, you know what? I wonder.
Hello, how are you? Jack? Hey?
Viking. The mic is a little bit low. Okay, I'll take care of that. How about now? That's probably a little better. I had it turned down a little bit. My stupid application thing isn't working right.
What planet are you currently on?
Yeah, what? Okay, good. What planet are you hailing from at the moment? Oh yeah, I covered that. I do. Okay,
Next
guys.
island.
Oh, okay, cool. Next island, we're going to be doing some features there too about some of the missions and things that you can do there that, not everybody knows about, and stuff that's really profitable and good things to get into. Also, there's also a SSI event there daily from BIG Industries, or Big Industries. I don't know why I keep doing that. It's Big Industries. Good grief. But, yeah. In fact, Next Island is one of the places that we take our disciples when they're close to graduation. That is if they decide they want the Atlas armor. Generally, 9 out of 10 of them do select the Atlas armor because, hey, let's face it, that is the best graduation armor there is. But it also, don't get me wrong, it depends on your playstyle. Back when I graduated my mentorship, I got Musca adjusted because it was, for the way I play, it fit my playstyle.
When I graduated, I got Atlas. My last 3 disciples that I graduated got Atlas. I don't know what my current disciple wants yet, but he's got time to figure it out. He's at 22%.
But yeah, we're going to go over the oil missions, the monkey pill mission. We're going to go over all the new player stuff there as we do with every planet. And we're going to cover the boars, the mountain boars. We're going to cover incision plates and where you go to upgrade them and all that big chain. And all that kind of neat stuff. So you guys are not going to want to miss that episode either.
I love trees, and any planet with trees is good with me, and Next Island is a second my second favorite planet because of the grays there.
Okay, one thing I want to touch on, I think before we were having all our disconnections and all that kind of craziness going on, I did mention that you can stack the mission over here with Private Snow's, these two missions. We're going to run over here right quick and I'll show you where they are. And basically what you do, you just shoot dusters and you can stack that with your mission for the gun that I showed you. And like I said, you're not going to finish the gun mission with 200 dusters. So when you're done with the duster mission that's over here, you can stack it.
You got a full house doing them dusters.
Hey! No. Okay. There's something we know about that is not right, but we won't get into that on the stream.
Oh. Okay.
That is not the character that, anyway.
Yeah.
And I know exactly who's doing that because of the way that name is spelled and why they're doing it. Let's just say the person doing that is not a very nice person, but we'll leave it at that.
That person might be an alt.
I'm pretty sure it is an alt. And we both know who it's an alt for because I'm the only one that exposed that person to the spelling of that name in that manner.
I'm not saying it's guaranteed to be an alt.
We're not guaranteeing that is an alt, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Anyway. Not on purpose. It's a stupid keyboard. Goof? No.
Good look.
God dang it. This keyboard is horrible.
Well,
hey. That's the right letter.
Yeah, we need a new keyboard.
Yeah, we need one really bad. Anyway. Yeah, this person, I swear. It may be an alt, it may not. It may not be. It's just, you know. Where did my thing go? There it is. I'm crazy over here. Alright, guys. So, to recap, we went over the tempo missions and all that kind of stuff. Now, what I was talking about over here before I got distracted is you can stack this mission here. I've already done the mission. I'm not going to go through it again. It's 200 dusters. And you do get a skill reward for it. And then when you're done doing that, you're still going to have... Ooh, man. You're still going to have some mobs to kill with that mission for the pistol. So what I do is I stack the Merfolken mission on the other side down here with that as well. Merfolken gives you long blade skill. I forget what the guy I just left gives you, but I think it's weapons handling.
Yeah, it's weapons handling because I had my disciple.
Okay, guys, we're back. And disconnected again. This is really... Hang on, I think I might have an idea what's going on here. Yeah, that's way too high. No wonder. I don't know why that changes every single freaking time I change. Every time I stream, it decides it wants to change itself. Alright guys, we got that under control, so here we go. Hopefully. I think we were trying to push it at too high a bit rate. It does that for no apparent reason.
You got in super fast again.
Yeah, it's because we're not trying to choke the connection. But for some unknown reason, that just decides it wants to change itself all the time. Alright, here we are, back on Cyrene. Now, let's see. Now, the other place you want to go to finish that mission up and stack with it Okay, so you run over here and down this other side. Yeah, I think it's this road.
Yeah.
And you'll run down here to the Merfolken and stack their mission with the mission that you got from Private Snow to get your BPX P1 or BPX P3. Now these guys give long blade skill, and they are really good for skilling. I'll show you. Hey, where'd he go?
Sure. Long.
Yes, I am sure it is a long blade.
Like I said, Serene Dream is my memory.
Let's see. Okay. Here we have to collect 200 points from killing Merfolkens. Now it's not 200 Merfolken, it's 200 kill points. There is a level 4 that spawns out here every so often while you're killing these.
You still get 1 point for that level 4.
And yeah, you still get 1 point for it.
Because in your mission log it'll tell you which ones have however many points. But you don't have to kill the Merfolken here, you can go do the higher level ones for bigger skills. But if you're doing the mission for the P3, this is where you're going to want to do this at.
Also, if you're a low level player, because the higher level Merfolken will eat you alive if you are a lower level player.
That is true.
So, let's see. Let's switch to our system tab here. Okay. Okay, I'm not killing anybody. Now, we'll see the skill gains come through on both sides.
When I do this, I usually do this here. I don't.
Oh, my goodness, I'm still using the Azaro. You are going to want to use a little bit of a damage-capable weapon for these guys, because they are a little tough, but not anything you can't handle. You can shoot these guys with a Buchan, as you can see. See? And wow, there we go. I just got a global on them. How about that? That's pretty cool. That was a nice one. Okay, so I'm not so upset about putting up with all the disconnecting bullshit now.
Was that 11 pet, I think?
Yeah, that was 11 pet. I don't have the... Ooh, shit. So... yeah, we just globaled on that one. That was pretty cool.
I went to SSI today on Cyrene, and I was on Pill Team, and SSI got almost 3 globals back to back. The highest one being 50 head, and the lowest one being 12 head on Tree Dragon.
Well, like I said, that reminds me, guys, you're not going to want to miss our sweating and swanning video that will be out tomorrow. We're going to cover some things in there. Melanie's going to have some really good information because she's more of the swanner than I am. So she knows a little bit more about it and the locations you can do it at as far as SSI. And yeah, you're not going to want to miss that one. Because there's a lot of things you can do with sweat that a lot of people don't know you can do with sweat. I think kind of, you know, the stigma of, oh, I got to sweat and then go sell it has kind of taken over all the things that you can do with sweat, because most of the blueprints on Cyrene
use sweat.
They use vibrant sweat, guys. And some of those blueprints are really neat stuff that you're going to want.
And you get a slightly higher, you either can't sell your sweat on Cyrene or you get a slightly higher price because everybody keeps the sweat on Cyrene.
Yeah, because it's needed for so many blueprints here. Pretty much all of them.
Plus there's a 150k sweat mission that you get a signature at the end of it too.
Yeah. So as I said, right now we're just free hunting. There, you know, we went over what we wanted to go over. If you would like to see it, the cutoff version should probably be available here any minute now on YouTube. I will go back through and kind of clean it up a little bit as far as, you know, the thumbnail and all that kind of stuff. But for now, it's there because we did disconnect and reboot everything. YouTube has had a chance to do all its processing and all that on it. So it should be available on demand as of now. Hey, thank you for the new follow, Junior Bravo. I certainly appreciate that. As you know, every little bit helps. It helps encourage me to bring you guys more content like that. It helps on the technical side of things sometimes, and excuse me, doesn't cost you guys nothing. So I appreciate the support. Thank you very much. I would also like to thank everybody that subscribed to the YouTube channel over the past week or so. Thank you very much for the growth. I do appreciate that. That is what I'm trying to do. Guys, you know, this kind of content, sometimes it's a little difficult to make if you, you know, have issues. And doing things like that does help me. It does encourage me. It kind of gets me back into doing what I love doing, and that's making these videos for everybody. You know, sharing some of my knowledge, letting people know, hey, Entropia's not all that bad if you know what to do, and that kind of thing. So thanks, guys. I certainly appreciate that. Hopefully we can grow even more, which I have no doubt we can. Which, in fact, I need to go take a look at that right now while I'm doing this. I do 40 different things at once, guys. It's crazy. No, that's okay. I'll do a thumbnail for that later. But it should, as I said, be available. Hang on. Never mind. All right. Yeah, it's available now. So this kind of turned out to be a two-part stream because of the connection issues we were having, but that's okay. It happens.
Remember when I log in late tomorrow that I want to craft?
Mm-hmm. There it is. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Messing around with all this stuff at once. Yes, there actually is a mission for one. Yeah, it's meet the Tab Hawk. Yes, exactly. There are other missions for them, but those are the higher level ones, and I'm not really sure what those involve. because I haven't done any of them yet. But this one is one you can do like every 21 hours, I think. It's another repeatable.
There is a Merfolken beach mission. I'm not sure if that's Merfolken. I think you kill higher level Merfolken.
Yeah, I'm not really sure about that one though. I'm not sure if that's what you do with it or not. I know the one you're talking about. In fact, we need to check that one out for our next Cyrene video, so that, or do a short blurb about it later, like an appendix.
Because there's a Mer Island that doesn't have any Merfolken on it at all, but
yeah, it's all spiders.
And
those other things.
It's a scout bot. It's scout bot, and then there's some kind of mob in the water. I don't do mobs that live in water because I lose my orientation.
Yeah, real easily.
And then if you fly a little bit past the water, those are the spiders.
Okay, so
actually we can answer that question if people want to know.
Well, I'm not gonna. It's fine. Guys, if you really want to know about Cyrene, go to cyrenedream.org. That has information there. It's a really good website. Tells you anything you would want to ever know about Cyrene, and covers information that we A, may not be sure about, or B, didn't cover.
Cyrene Dream is my NPC memory, because
yeah, it's
there's so many missions you can't keep.
Yeah, there's so much stuff to do on Cyrene. It's crazy. Really is, guys. There's a whole lot to do here. As I said, if you are a mission-oriented player, Cyrene is the place for you. Oh, I'd also like to give Stevie B a shout out. I know he's here doing some videos. Hopefully I won't intersect with his too much or contradict his too much, but I'm not sure what his content's about. I mean, I think he's doing a lot of the more higher level related missions, like the scouts.
I think he did
the Rangers and that kind of thing. I think he did the
Rangers in the last video I've seen of his. That's good information too.
Yeah, he gives out some good information too, guys. Don't get me wrong. He really does. He tries really hard. He puts a lot of thought into his videos. And I don't want it to come out that I'm trying to compete with him, because I'm really not. I'm just putting things out the way I see them, and But it's all good. We all work together here. That's kind of part of it. Or, we'll correct each other or touch on each other's videos and give each other shouts and all that kind of stuff. That's just part of the community. So shout out to Stevie B. Thank you for all the videos that you do, especially covering the higher level things, that some of us are super confused about, like the video he did about the Rangers. Yeah, that's really confusing to try and do. So it's good that he covers things like that. So you guys, make sure you give him a like, subscribe, share, and all that kind of stuff if you haven't already. Why am I not shooting?
I really should go do some of those Ranger things, but I have so much other stuff I'm doing.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Well, we've each got a new disciple, and your disciple is on Cyrene with you. Mine is on Calypso without me at the moment, but that's okay. I'll be tracking back there. Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of a fate thing too. That unreachable. What do you mean unreachable? Okay. Too many of those have gone unreachable. So what we're going to do is run over here and just kill them all and start over. Okay, now I do have a little bit of damage, so I wanted to show you. Zip. Okay, see, this guy right here and these will heal you. And it doesn't matter if you move around or any of that. It'll still heal you as long as you're pretty close to him. Oh, I got a speed boost. Yay. Now, I could use some of my other weapons and just completely decimate these guys, but as I said, one of the things you want to try and avoid when you're shooting a mob, which kind of goes to the right weapon for the right mob, is you want to, I'll show you here in a minute, you want to make sure that when you kill them, that last shot doesn't take too much to do. See, like that was a perfect shot. It didn't overkill or anything. So one of the ways you can fine-tune your eco is by finding which weapon is enough to kill the mob, but not too much to where it's going to do a lot of overkill, because that will hurt you in the end. That can reduce your loot share and all things like that. So do be careful with overkill. It has the same effect basically as overamping a weapon does. It'll actually work against you. So that's one thing you guys want to remember, is there is a right weapon for every mob. You don't have to go out and get the biggest LR, whatever you can afford to shoot a little bitty mob like this. Because all you're going to do is end up wasting a lot of ped on overkill and things like that. Because if I had an LR out here, I would be one-shotting these, and it would be one-shotting them to the point to where 90% of that shot would have been wasted ped. See what I'm saying, guys? Waste not, want not.
Actually, an LP3 takes him down in 3 shots.
That's not an Armatrix weapon. That is an ISIS weapon.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. The Armatrix LP10.
Okay. So the LP10 should be more than enough for these guys.
And it's 3 shots.
Yeah, but if I was using an LP30, it would be 1 shot.
Yes.
Because I can use an LP30, I just don't have one. But that would be massive overkill, like I said. 90% of that shot would be wasted, whereas with a LR or BP10, which is either the BLP or the laser, 3 shots is sufficient, and you're not standing here 5 or 6 shots trying to get it. But like I said, you guys, you got to adjust your eco to how you play. And I will say this, one thing about Entropia that a lot of people, they get frustrated and things like that. It's because they're trying to chase things that they're not ready for, or they're trying to skill in a way that is very inefficient and things like that. Oh yeah, Merfolkers. Yeah, these guys are great, man. I just globaled on one a little bit ago, in fact. And I wanted to show you guys, these are kind of on the same par as Argonauts are, really, when you think about it, when it comes to your skill gains. Because if you watch my skill gains here, even though I'm a higher level player, I'm getting a whole mess of skills from them, right? See, there's dexterity, there's rifle, let's see, there's another rifle skill, there's marksmanship. So these guys you can consider sort of like Argonauts. I think they have a really good codex too. Let me look at the codex on these guys. I'm pretty sure they do. Where are they at? Merfolken. Yeah, these guys have a really good. One of the things, let's see, I think at level 5 they offer is dodge and evade, or was that the Dusters?
Well, you're on level 5, rank 5 Dusters.
Yeah, but I think it was the one before that. Let me see. Yep, there it is. So on your rewards for rank 5, Dusters, you see, Well, I can't point that out to you with the mouse, but if you read there, you've got dodge and evade in there. So yeah, those guys are awesome to use for that as well.
If you were going to pick between dodge and evade, which one would you pick and why?
If I was going to pick between the two, I would pick dodge, because dodge does not skill nearly as fast as evade does, nor does it skill as easily. It does skill naturally on its own, but it's really slow. Evade, on the other hand, skills fairly fast. It's one that you get from hunting more than you do codex.
Okay, that's the one that I couldn't think of.
The volume. Hang on 1 second. Oh, geez, it might help if I press the right button. All right, let me reduce some of the music volume here, see if that helps, because maybe give it a little bit more gain. Hang on a second. All right. How about that?
Oh, I'm laughing at that Cali trade ad.
How does that sound? That's clipping. Yeah, Mr. Joe's.
Yeah, that's funny.
Nice. Let's see. Okay. How's it sounding now? If I push it too much farther, it's gonna start clipping like crazy. Okay. That's the wrong tab. There we go. And I'm just standing here. Anyway, another thing is, guys, the reason I can stand here with all these guys beating on me like this, even if I didn't have my armor on, is because I do a lot of mob balling. I do a lot of hunting with mobs that give you a lot of dodge and evade. So for me to stand here like this, it's really nothing.
Right, there's your evade skill.
Yep, there you go. There's evade right there. And that goes back to what I was telling you about the codex. You're going to naturally get evade, but
More
dodge,
you get dodge.
You do get it naturally, but my goodness, it takes forever. So that's why you want to pick dodge as your codex when you can. Because if you don't, those two skills are going to get really far apart in your professions, and that will start to affect how effective you are against larger mobs as far as dodging and evading them and having a harder time with them. So to kind of keep everything from, good grief, I'm sorry guys, from getting too separated, what you want to do is use your codex for dodge, and then your evade you'll skill naturally. Now, mind you, you're not going to get evade every other skill or whatever, but it does skill a lot faster naturally than dodge does. That's for sure. Unreachable. Now, guys, pay no attention to the ped down there. That's, we're free to play, so that number really does, I wish it was more, but that number doesn't really affect me, because using the methods that I teach my disciples, I can usually keep going and, keep hunting and things like that. That's why I'm a mentor, and I'm showing you guys some of these things so you can do the same. Or make it a little bit easier on you guys. Yeah, going to hunt the vixens on whatchamajigger, Rocktropia. They're robots, so you can't sweat them, but they also give you a lot of evade skill when you're fighting them. I really wish they would put Codex on Rocktropia. I know they were working on it, but I don't know if they stopped or not.
You could want the Vixens, I'm pretty sure, because I try to sweat everything.
No, Vixens are robots. You can't sweat them. They're androids, remember?
I must be remembering something wrong then, because I could have sworn that I
you
could.
cannot sweat Vixens. They're not sweatable.
But like I said, I try to sweat everything.
They're considered robots. That's why.
Oh, the Vixens, a lot of evade.
Yeah, that's what I said. You get a lot of evade with the Vixens.
Yeah.
Another reason is because you have to kill, like, what is it? 12,800 for the first stage. Then there's 4 more stages after that. By the time it's all said and done with that entire mission chain, which is 5 parts, you end up killing over like 750,000 of them, I think we figured out one time, to finish that mission chain from start to finish. Because we sat here and figured out how much it would be. If you remember that one time when I'm like, I'm never going to finish this. You know what? I've had that mission for 40 forevers. And I still haven't finished it yet.
We figured that out. That's been like 2 years ago, because that was before I even started playing when we figured that out.
Yeah, it is a repeatable mission. I believe. I believe you're correct there as well. Yeah.
Well, I need to go do some fixing because I got evade.
Yeah, you get evade from them.
That means I'm gonna have to leave.
Oh, poor baby. You gotta travel to another planet.
I went to a different planet today and then came back because I had to go rescue somebody that was stuck on an Arc space station.
Well, it's always good to do that, help somebody out when you can.
It wasn't one of our disciples, but it was one of Ursac's disciples, and it was just me and that person on.
Yeah. Oh.
Since they were on Arc space station, I took them and showed them.
Why is it
moon mission, the two-ped moon ammo mission?
Oh, they added a message to when it goes unreachable, it now says it can't be hunted or sweated when it's unreachable. I just saw one in there. Where did it say that? There it is. This creature is in a condition where it cannot be damaged or sweated.
I like how they say... Well, I don't like how they say you can't sweat it, because I would have sweat everything.
Of course you do. So let's see, 37. Now this mission does take a little while because they're not just, as you can see, they're level 2, but they do have a little bit of a toughness to them.
We've already to like a level 40 mob. No armor. Here, let me see if I can sweat you.
Yeah,
That's what I would try.
It is something you would try. Come back here, you're dead. Shit. That dead one tried to get away from us. So guys, yeah, let me know if the previous video, this one, it's 0.01, I think.
This mission pays 20 peck.
Oh yeah, that's right, it's 20 peck, that's right. And like I said, for somebody like me, that's not a whole lot. But for somebody that's a new player just starting out, that can amount to 100 points or more. Sometimes. So that's why it's good to do these littler skill missions. And then the other stuff that we mentioned. Now, there is a lot more to Cyrene that we are going to cover. I mean, I just want to hit the main fancy points, and then we'll get back into the fine grained stuff for, you know, once you've done some of this stuff for a while, there's even more you can do. Cyrene is one of those planets that you'll never run out of things to do. And the development team here has done a really good job on adding new mobs and new things to Cyrene and straightening it out and getting it going the way it is now. They you know, hats off to Shauna and the whole development team for Cyrene, for sure. Yep. There you go, man. That's the key, man. You gotta stack up as much as you can and get them going. Stack them up like cordwood.
I do the Panelon ammo, the Panelon skills, the sweating the Panelons, and the Panelon film mission. Yep, 4 of them. Yep.
Yep. Oi.
being free to play, that is very important to me, to optimize my kills like that.
Yeah. It's important for anybody that's free to play, really. The more eco you can be, the better off you're going to be. And like I said, that's another thing, guys. Don't chase Hoffs or Globals. If you're having fun at what you're doing, those will come. Remember, this is a game. You're supposed to have fun while you're playing it. So play in a way that's fun for you, and don't worry about the ped, because if you're having fun, you're going to be making ped.
I chase sweat and trees.
Yeah, she's the hippie of us. I'm the warmonger. I'll go around and shoot anything that lives. She's all like, I'm gonna go cut trees.
I'm gonna go cut trees.
I'm like, no, I'm gonna go hunt this. Well, I'm gonna go cut trees. What the hell? Come on, it's only a level 40. I'm gonna go cut trees.
Can I sweat that level 40?
Some of them you can, but not at your level. That's why I say you need to hunt more, so you get your hunting skills up. So you can swat things like that.
Yeah. Cyrene's my home. I rarely leave. I get very irritated when I'm not on Cyrene.
Yeah, I swear to God. Fussy, fussy, fussy. Oh, show the map. Okay, Junie Bravo. I am so sorry about that. The hunting spot right here. Let me show you. I'll get the map up. Jeez. Sorry I wasn't paying attention there. Alright, now this map looks kind of tiny. But believe me, it's really not. There's a lot of land area. Just the map isn't all that big. So where I'm at now, we are... Let's see, we're just a little... Okay, hang on. I'll show you exactly where to go. Let me go up here. Oop. Where this mission is at the Rookie Training Center. And when I get up here on top of the hill, I'll be able to show you the easiest way to get here. Let's see. Yes, I'm on Twitch and YouTube at the same time at the moment.
Yeah,
I multi-stream. Kind of have to. It's, you know, my income.
Oh, he wants you to go back and hunt. That fool got it.
Oh, okay.
And the right of a...
Yep, there you go. You're right. All right, back down we go. No big deal, man. I don't mind showing you things like that. Because like I said, that's what we do as mentors. We like to show people things and stuff and all that kind of thing. Oh, you're quite welcome. No worries whatsoever. Oop, I'm going to run right into that thing. No worries whatsoever. And I think what I'll do, I'll go over, wait, what have I got here? Yeah, I need to sell some stuff first. What I'll do is that should, well, yeah, we'll go ahead. I want to show you how you can do this with a falcata as well, which is a next island weapon that we will show you about. It's going to be, part of our beginners, Entropians Guide to the Universe. Will be the falcata. Where'd it go? So I'll show you a little bit about it here.
I happen to have a mayhem.
Yes, you have a mayhem melee amp on it.
Still, and I put that on the falcata, and I just rack them punis with no armor on, and be happy.
So here's the falcata. You get this on Next Island at Ancient Greece. There's a quick, I think it's like a 20-minute, hang on a second, I'll get you, yeah.
You are very welcome about us showcasing Cyrene.
Oh yeah, we definitely have no trouble doing that. Why is that doing that? Stupid stuff. Okay, hang on.
I'm happy he's showcasing it. It's my home.
Well, it's, oh my goodness, come on, you stupid thing. Alright, well, all I need is a link anyway. Okay. Here is our Twitch. And, yeah, well, you guys already obviously know about our YouTube. You're quite welcome. Alright, we also do limited things on Kick and Rumble right now, although I'm not really concentrating on those platforms at the moment.
You took a 3 or 4 month break from Entropia.
Well, I kind of had to. It was really... Anyway. Alright, so this is your falcata. This is the one that I just repaired. Its TT value is 10 ped to repair it. It is unlimited. And it is tierable. Now, there's one thing I forgot to mention about the maze hammer and the buchan. You know, these weapons that you get from the missions, they are tierable. And a lot of people will tell you that it's a waste of money to do so. But no, it isn't. This one I don't have anything, well...
Your buchan has a super high tier rate.
Yeah, it does. But anyway, where'd all my enhancers... Nope, it's not on there. There's the enhancers. Now, when we throw an enhancer on this thing, I'm too lazy to tier it. Now, that damage enhancer just put the damage up to about 4.4 to 8.7, right? Now, we did have an amp that goes on here, but we burned it up. This A101 or 103 will not work on the buchan at all. In fact, it will overamp it, which is bad. It will go on an AMP series Brave or a Solomate Tasmo, if you happen to have either one of those, and it won't overamp those, but the buchan it will. Let's see.
Is your Brave a Mentor edition?
Oh, actually, I think, yes, it is. I think I do have an amp on here. What's that? It's okay. Why are we not counting the amp? Oh, there it is. The Megaton B101. Now, that's a little amp, but it's the only one that'll fit on a buchan without overamping it, as far as I know. Until you get it a little higher in the tiers. Like, I think tier 4 and either tier 4 or 5 makes it so you can put a little amp on it and it won't. One that's a little bit bigger than a B101, but it won't overamp it, but not much. But you don't really need much for the buchan. So anyway, but what I was saying about this, this one's ready to upgrade too. Now, I'll show you the skills you get for using this one. It's going to be long blades, of course. All right, let's see.
Oh, you come swap with me at SSI. I recognize that name.
Yeah. That's cool. All right, so let's slaughter these guys and show you.
I'm having problems reading. Tier 1 weapon is just for unlock or up the damage.
Yes. Yep. You can put economy enhancer. Oh, goodness. Enhancers on them that will make the weapon last longer before you have to repair it. You can put damage enhancers on them. You can put range enhancers on them. Let's see. Reload rate. Reload speed. Let's see. There's all kinds of different enhancers you can put on them.
They have any enhancers for everything. They even have stab enhancers.
Yeah, just like they've got enhancers for armor. In fact, this ghost that I have on is tier 2 with some enhancers in it. So it's really, really overkill for these guys.
It will up the damage slightly.
The degree at which it ups the damage depends on the amp and the enhancer and your skills.
He means when you tier it, baby.
Oh, yeah, it does improve some things a little bit, but it's really meant to unlock the enhancer slots. And usually, if you buy all the materials to tier something, you will get the TT value back when you tier it in shrapnel. So once you tier it, it will you'll get the oh goodness, the TT value in shrapnel back when you're done. You will lose the markup though if you outright buy the materials. But most of the materials are common mining materials anyway, and common loot, like the tier components and socket components. If you really want to, you can hunt those down because they're standard loot, and you can mine for the like the other ones that you need. I forget. It's been a while since why don't I just, that one's not ready. Why don't we just look at the tier upgrade list?
You need to grab your loot and run those to the side. You're like...
Okay, for tier 2, this is what I would need to tier this up to tier 2. It's already at tier 1. See, that's where the tier 2 components, the blazer fragments, this you can get mining, or you can buy it. This you can get mining, this you can get mining.
I have
this you can get hunting the right mobs, and this as well.
When I don't know if you can get garnets from mining, because
yes,
I never have. But when I got a garnet, it dropped from a crafting.
That's a whole garnet. You actually, I think, yeah, you do mine piles of garnet. You can get piles of garnet. Any of them, they're common mining. It just takes a while to get them. I have gotten them from mining. But
yeah, like texturizing, you get it back.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, works the same.
Yeah.
And how do I pronounce that? Elpuric. The Puric?
I see him running around. I just don't know how to say the name.
I cannot pronounce your name, my guy, but thank you very much for the new follow. I certainly appreciate that as well. And you can't even hear me because you're in a commercial. Well, actually, not yet. So you should still be able to hear me.
Well, I don't know if he's still on YouTube or not, but he's on Twitch.
Yeah, I've seen you in trade chat a lot too. But we have some, I'm hacking away at an unreachable one. Unreachable mobs are not helpful, guys. But the good thing is, if it turns unreachable, it won't burn any ammo while you're hacking away at something that you're not damaging. They will regenerate, though, and they can damage you. So keep that in mind. If something's unreachable, it can do damage to you. You just can't damage it. That happens a lot with some of the bigger mobs. Something will go unreachable, and you'll be like, oh, okay, he's unreachable, but stomp, and then you're done.
Yeah, I see him a lot in trade chat.
Yeah, I've seen him in trade chat. A lot. He's not lying there. So, oh my goodness. This mission, if you don't use a super high-powered weapon, it takes about an hour and a half or so to get them all. But these guys, I have found global. Ah, dang it. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Hey, man, if you guys want to help me fix that, like, share, subscribe, follow, do all that stuff. So, that'll help me out with that too. Because that is really getting annoying on my end. It's weird. I really don't know why it does that.
I only disconnected twice today.
It's like some days it's fine, and other days it's just no, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna mess with you the whole stream.
And I disconnected it after I got the box number.
Yeah, that's always fun.
I confused her.
Okay. Alright, guys, we should be back now. Okay, let's see if it'll let us log in. Yay! Alright, guys, welcome back. Sorry about that. That's really annoying. I know it is. Just believe me, it drives me up the wall when it happens here. Alright.
Oh, her mentor should be coming on pretty soon.
Who's mentor?
Dan's mentor.
Okay.
Let him know that I helped her and she's on Cyrene.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he's logged in or not yet.
I have no idea. Probably not yet. It's probably a little early. We can check. Nope, he's not yet. He hasn't made it into the game yet, but I'm sure he will be along soon. Where did I put? There it is. There's my warrior armor. And this is the granddaddy of them all. Mayhem and Eon combined, guys. This armor set is really great, especially when you put serpent scales in it. My goodness. It makes for armor that's nigh unbreachable. Alright, anyway. So maybe we'll get this mission done here shortly. Let's see. All right. Guys, if you have any suggestions for videos that you might want to see me cover, go ahead and make a comment down below or put it in the community tab, or I'm sorry, the community section in the YouTube channel, and we'll take a look at it and see what we can put together for whatever you guys might suggest or maybe want to see. Especially if there's something specific that you want to know about. I don't mind doing special research for streams and videos like that. Just let me know and I'll see what I can find out about those topics and we'll do videos on them. If it's one I don't already know about.
The Jitter and Mocat on Toulon.
Okay, we'll cover that when we do Toulon.
Yeah.
That was going to be standard anyway. Meow!
What you doing, sissy?
You guys may or may not hear that, but my cat is meowing at us. She's one of 3 that we have. All 3 of them are Bombays, which means they're black, mixed with Maine Coon, and one we're not entirely sure about because he came to us as an orphan already, so his mommy got ran over.
And he was 3 days old and the only one that survived from his litter.
And he's the only one that survived from his litter.
Daddy bottle fed him.
Yeah, I bottle fed him. He was barely big enough to fit in the palm of my hand then, but now he's like 20 pounds. He's friggin' huge.
His head's bigger than a softball.
Texture items, okay. Oh, for texturing, okay. Well, actually, you have a texturizer, don't you?
Nope.
You don't have one?
Nope.
Okay, well, what we'll do is, for texturing, I'll go ahead and get the materials together to go ahead and do a video about that. So, yeah, we'll do that one. Sure, no problem. Probably in the next, I don't know, little bit.
I got stuff you can texturize. I got.
Okay, but I need the texture tool itself.
I know.
I don't have one. They're kind of, those are the pricey part about that. The colorator isn't that expensive, but the texturizer, oh my goodness, those are like 40 to 50 ped. There's one that's like almost 100 ped. And I don't know if it's because it does something different than the other ones, or that I don't know. I haven't done much texturing, but we will get into that, yeah, for sure, because it's something I've been looking into kind of recently anyway.
I have items that have texture on them, but
yeah.
Lore Spade, shout out to Lore Spade, I love you. He did texturize my bikini and a pair of pants for me for the skills.
Yeah, that
with his own textures.
I don't know if he still does texturing or not.
He's been playing a lot of Fallout 76, so.
Yeah, he's been in Fallout 76 a lot lately. But yeah, guys, go check out Lore Spade's the YouTube and Twitch if you haven't already. He's got a lot of good stuff there too.
The key to Lore Spade is if you let him kill you in PvP, he will love you forever and be super nice to you.
Oh, guys, you might notice how my avatar is not much taller than these guys. Now, when you come down here with your normal sized avatar, you're going to be absolutely enormous to these guys. But me, the reason I'm so short is early in my career, I had Lore Spade do some body mods on my character.
Oh, the newest texturizing video is 7 years ago.
Oh my goodness, yeah, we're going to have to touch on that then.
Maybe not as so good profession.
Well, I think, it may be not that it's not so good of a profession. I think it's because it's kind of pricey, and you have to have a lot of skill. You can't just start off putting whatever texture you want on things. You got to build up.
You have to be skilled for it.
it takes a long time before you can put any texture you want on things.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Oops. Where'd you go?
You exited that.
No, I didn't. Oh, cool. Yeah, we'll definitely have to we'll definitely keep that in mind. Hey, let me add you as a friend so that when we're ready to do that, we can collaborate, or I can grab that texturizer from you if you still have it by then. Probably be, I don't know, I want to say about a week or so. I just need a little bit of time to do some research on it is all. But yeah, we'll definitely do that. And I certainly appreciate that. All right, guys. Oh, sorry about showing that on the stream. I mean, there's nothing too private in there. But yeah, we'll definitely do that. Absolutely. Jeez. I'm over here just yapping away. Now, there is one thing I want to point out. Even though I'm wearing my Tier 2 Ghost armor, I am still taking, with this many mobs on me, anytime it says deflected, that is decay that's going on your armor. Which is one of the reasons why Melanie doesn't like using armor so much, because she doesn't like a really high repair build.
Yeah, being free to play, it upsets me greatly.
I mean, she's upset if she spends more than one pet on repairs, guys. You should hear her groaning and moaning about it. Oh my god, I was 2 pets.
Well, I don't mind doing that with my Falcata because I actually can't do that. But when it comes to armor, I'm like,
yeah, she's like, oh no, don't do that.
But personally, one of my in-game goals is to take on high-level mobs without wearing armor.
And eventually you'll get there, for sure. Well, because it's tier 2 and I have a lot of dodge and evade, actually we should probably go check on that. It's been, well, another thing is serpent scales are, I guess now would be a good time to discuss serpent scales and some of their hidden attributes. Yep. Okay, cool. Oh shit, what am I doing?
I have Drake wings that I went textured.
Yeah, she's got a set of Drake wings. Alright, let's see. Okay, so remember, we have been taking some decay on that, although not a whole hell of a lot, guys. So, as it stands right now to repair all my armor, it's probably going to be a little high. Ooh! Ouch! But that's because it's Ghost. And I've let it decay for quite a while. I haven't repaired this armor for about 6 months, actually. So that's not that bad.
We did a very, very tiny deposit of $10 for Christmas for us, and that was the last time we deposited.
Yeah, I think that was the last time I repaired the armor and I put it up to full TT. But that one, oh my god, that was a huge repair bill. But
and we split the $10.
Yeah, we split it, so I mean, But for being 6 months worth of decay, that's actually not that bad of a repair bill. And one of the things that's contributing to that is these little beauties right here. Serpent scales, my gosh, guys. Not only do they give you acid, cut, impact, stab, but the durability on these things, even though it says 1,000, they suck up a lot of damage.
Because it's behind that.
Okay. These serpents, oh my goodness. Serpent scales, they suck up a lot of damage, guys.
You get a percentage of your decay back. Over the long run, it's supposed to be 95%, but
yeah, there's some questionable math involved in all that. It's really hard to tell. But like, if we go into my storage, there should be some shrapnel in there. Okay, I guess I'm not.
If you're hunting in armor and for the same mob, if it has two different shrapnels for the loot, one of the shrapnel is from the mob, the second one is for the
From your armor.
of either your armor or your unlimited weapon.
Right, right. Okay, you know how sometimes you'll get shrapnel in 2 piles instead of 1? That's what's happening when you get 2 piles in your loot, in your inventory instead of just 1. It's 1 decay is from your armor, and the other could be from, your loot or whatever.
Yeah, one's from the loot of the mob, the other is for your armor decay.
Mm-hmm.
I get that when I use my phone.
Alright, but the point I want to make here with the serpent scales is, you'll notice there's no decay shrapnel in here. That's because the serpent scales are taking up all the decay on the armor. They're sucking up all of it. That's why I don't have any decay shrapnel in here. Now, I do occasionally get some in my loot. Occasionally, this will split into 2 piles, and that'll be decay from the armor. But that's usually when I'm wearing my other armors that don't have the serpent scales in them. Like, if I was wearing this set, I'd have all kinds of shrapnel in there.
You need to link me the boost adjusted.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do that. But like I said, those serpent scales, man, they suck up a lot of decay. That's why they're so great. And serpent scales are also adjustable, and they go all the way to perfected. And we're going to be covering that in a later video as well. So, but anyway, that was a little quick thing about serpent scales and how good they are for your armor.
The serpent scale upgrade NPC is on ancient Greece at that place I cut trees.
Yes, and we will cover that when we're doing that.
You mentioned.
Yeah, I mentioned it, but it is. Yeah, she started grabbing. Oh, come on. Well, hopefully that didn't restart the stream on YouTube, because YouTube doesn't give you very long to reconnect, guys. Alright, looks like we didn't lose the stream, so we're good. Once again, I apologize for that, guys. We're trying to fix that as soon as we can. Believe me, it's being the perfectionist I am about streaming and this kind of thing, it really drives me up a wall when that happens. So I apologize, even if none is necessary. It's more of a personal preference thing. I feel like I'm not delivering, a quality stream when I keep disconnecting like that. That just drives me nuts. So I do apologize for that. And we should be back, I hope. All right. So we were talking about armor decay and stuff. No, it really doesn't. Sometimes it does, but sometimes it doesn't. It like I said, if you end up with 2 piles of shrapnel in your loot, then yeah, that's decay shrapnel. But a lot of times, if it is going to give you decay shrapnel, it will be in your planet storage. But it can happen either way. So, all right, let's see. What was I doing? All right. Back to the mission.
Kronos, I think, is the name of the Titan infantry.
Okay, well, we'll get more in depth with that when we do that video.
But, I got a bad memory.
Because, like I said, we'll do that in a video that we're prepared for. So, oh my goodness! You know what, guys? I haven't mentioned my sponsor once tonight. Hey guys, if you'd like to, go ahead and check out my sponsor at www.dubby.gg. They do energy drinks and hydration that is all natural. They use the coffee cherry fruit so that you don't have the jitters, the shakes, the feeling like you gotta run a marathon after your gaming session, which, that actually makes it even harder to concentrate if you're over caffeinated. So, instead, they use the coffee cherry fruit and a complex of B12, B6, vitamin D, vitamin C, and some amino acids. They don't use multidextrins or fillers or whey protein or any of that kind of stuff. They've got a wide variety of flavors. Sometimes they do flavors that are limited, single batch runs. I think the most recent one they did was some kind of raspberry flavor that was a limited run. They do limited batch and single batches. No, it wasn't the dragon fruit one. That one is still available. It was a special one. Anyway, you can go to their website. They have a sampler pack for about $18.50. But check this out. If you use the coupon code Solis Gaming at checkout, you'll get 10% off that. But not only that, any order that you use that coupon code with will give you 10% off. Anytime, anywhere. So check them out. That's www.dubby.gg. All right, now that I paid the bills, well, hopefully paid the bills. All right. Okay.
You said you were interested in looking at the price of gremlins. Somebody in Cali Trade was selling it.
Oh.
Is that a male gremlin?
Oh my goodness, do I even want to know? Haha. Okay, that's for the whole set though. Actually, that's really good. It's at, wow, you can get a whole set of gremlin for, I wish I had the ped for that.
700 ped?
700 ped for a full gremlin set, guys.
It seems like it might not be at full
It's
TT,
probably
though.
not at full TT, but that's okay. If you guys are looking for some gremlin, which I have been, contact this guy, King S09. He's selling a male gremlin set for 484.2 TT plus 206. But yeah, this stuff is really good armor too, guys.
Oh, I lied. It was Next Island Trade, not Cali Trade.
So the reason I'm curious about this is I have a female gremlin arm guards, but looking at the stats, this stuff is almost as good as Ghost. In fact, it is one of the next evolutions in the Ghost line. I don't know if you guys are aware of this or not, but if you look at the names of the armor, like say Ghost, Phantom, Gremlin, Goblin, Spectre, Necromancer, let's see, Shadow, I'm trying to name all the ones that are in the Ghost line. But they go up. Phantom. I think I already mentioned that. But Necromancer, let's see, there's another one that's really super duper rare.
I went Necromancer just because of the name.
But those are all in the Ghost line, and some armors, like the armor you get on Next Island, they're themed like that. Like how you have the Gorgon armor, and there's other armors that are related to Greek mythology, like the Titan armor, and let's see, what else? There's a whole bunch of armors that are ancient Greece related as well. And there's some.
Gorgon?
Yeah, I mentioned Gorgon. There's Gorgon, and there's another one. Titan. What's the other one? There's another one there. Can't remember what it is. Spartan. Spartan armor comes from there.
Boar armor comes from that.
Boar armor doesn't come from ancient Greece. It comes from Next Island. Which you get to ancient Greece through Next Island, which that's not the scope of the stream or the video, so we'll talk about that when we're doing that.
Well, you're talking about ancient Greece armor, and so I'm like,
yeah, but don't get sidetracked. Well, it really depends. It depends on what you're using the armor for, and honestly, it's a personal preference more than this one's better than that one kind of thing.
If you're gonna resell, you're gonna want to tier unlimited.
That's for sure. The thing about using limited armor is while you're tiering it, you're also decaying it. So if you say you get one that's got an astronomical tier rate and you end up tiering it to tier 10, and you've used it for, I don't know, maybe, we'll say 2 or 3 days, you're still going to have decay on the limited armor, whereas the thing about the limited armor is you can't repair that. You don't get that decay back. However, the positive side of limited armor is the protections that you get with limited armor don't decrease as the TT value goes down like it does with unlimited armor. So the thing about it is if you get a piece of limited armor that has a supremely high tier rate, it is feasible to tier it a little bit and then sell it that way. But if you get one that's got an atrociously low tier rate, you will never tier that by the time it's used up, and you won't get much for it if you try to sell it anyway.
And that doesn't just go for the armors, that goes for anything that's unlimited if you want to resell.
Right.
Tier and resell.
Right. Anything you want to resell that's limited, you have to take that into consideration, that you're going to use some of the TT value on it, tiering it or getting it ready for sale. So do keep that in mind. Unless you get one that's, like I said, astronomically high, then it would be okay to use it for a little bit and then sell it, because it's not going to degrade that much while you're tiering it. So that's really the main differences between limited and unlimited. There are other little things too that make a difference, but as I said, it's mostly personal preference when it comes to using it, but when it comes to selling it, you have to take into account how much TT value you're going to use on the item as opposed to how fast the tier rate is. With unlimited items, you don't have to worry about that, because you can always just repair it and then sell it at whatever tier you got it to, and you'll get more out of it if it is at full TT.
You also get a higher price for unlimited items that have been tiered to 1,
Correct.
2, 3, 4, and so on.
Correct. The higher the tier is, the more head you will get out of it.
For unlimited items.
For unlimited items. For limited items, the
because
problem...
it's limited.
Right. The problem lies in the fact that it's limited, and if I were to buy, say, a tier 10 limited weapon, I would never touch it, because I wouldn't want it to run out. Especially after spending some of the money you're going to spend on some of these limited tiered items. You really have to think, well, am I the kind of player that can drop, say, 500 ped on a limited item that's tiered, or is it better for me to go with the unlimited item that's not as tiered that I can tier myself? So that's one of the things you have to think about, and that other players are also thinking about. So it can be a double-edged sword, but it's really a personal preference of the person that wants to buy the item, really. That really makes the difference there.
From what I've seen in my time in game, more people want a higher tiered unlimited item than they would want a higher tiered limited item.
Well, take me for example. I prefer unlimited items over limited items, although I will still use limited items. It just depends on what I'm doing with the item. Honestly, in my case. Like for armor, I don't want to touch limited armor, but at the same time, it in some cases, like the Eon and the Mayhem armor that I have, it's perfect because those plates suck up all the decay that's going into them.
They also make unlimited armor of the Mayhem armor.
Yeah, I know they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. It's just like 20k for the whole set, but they do make it. And I think you can craft it. I think maybe not. I'm not so sure. I think you can craft the limited ones, but you can't craft the unlimited. I think that has to come from a Mayhem event.
I honestly don't know, and I don't want to say yes or
no. I'm not really sure. I want to say you can, but then again, it's a Mayhem item, so both versions may be Mayhem drops only. That I'm not sure of. I haven't ever heard of anybody crafting Mayhem armor, so more than likely it's not craftable. It's something you have to get doing Mayhem.
I don't do Mayhem because I don't have the
well,
for it play.
Well, like I said, Mayhem is one of those events that if you've got the money and the ped to do it, knock yourselves out. Nothing wrong with that. But if you don't, or if you don't have a lot of ped, you're 9 times out of 10 better off not participating and hunting like you normally would, because you're going to get more out of it in terms of loot and all the other stuff and things.
If you could do any Mayhem, which Mayhem would it be?
If I could do any of them? Oh my goodness. Well, really, they're all pretty much, they're all very similar. But when it would depend. I mean, honestly, I really have no preference.
I would like to do Halloween Mayhem because some angry little kitties and puppies are just so cute.
Oh yeah, the hellhounds.
Yeah, them hellhounds are just so cute.
Or they're not hellhounds, but that's what we call them. They're cute? So cute. Okay, sure. But really, if I had to pick between one, really the next one that comes up, I really don't have a personal preference.
Okay, I go to the unlimited.
Yep. See, like I said, there are pros and cons to both limited and unlimited item, but in my humble opinion, it really just depends on what your intended use of the item is.
Armor, I prefer unlimited. Weapons.
Oh, geez.
If I get it from a mission, I'm going to use limited items.
Oh, yeah.
It's free from, it's not free from a mission, but because you're spending however much. Like that scorpion that I got from the Cyrene mission tokens.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to use that.
What are we doing here?
And I got most of them. Cyrene
I'm at the wrong place.
What are you looking at?
I need to sell some stuff so I can, continue the mission. Ugh. Okay. So, I think I don't need, is that a tier 2? Nope, that's a tier 1. Well, I'll keep that because
you need a tier 1.
I need 20 of those. This I don't really need. This I could do something with, but I don't really need it. Okay. There's a socket 1. Okay. So, yeah, really, it just really depends. I mean,
I don't mind using I don't mind using limited weapons.
like I said, it just, you know, I've got a lot of unlimited weapons, but I also use limited weapons. I mean, it just, like I said, it just depends on what I'm doing that day, really. Um, because I mean, I've been known to start a stream with absolutely jack nothing in my inventory, and you know, go from there. Which, you know, guys, one of the things that I've noticed, not a lot of mentors, I don't know if it's because they're not aware of it or they haven't done the research, or you know, they think things need to be done one certain way and that's the way it is. There are mentors that are out there that are like that. You know, this is the way I was taught, and
This
anybody
is
else
the
that
only
teach
way.
you something different is wrong. Don't fall into that trap. One of the things that you have to understand about entropia is it's different for everyone. I don't really know. I haven't really collected enough of it really to do a fair market analysis of it. I think it's used for something. It's a crafting material, but I'm not sure what you use it for. So I guess if you it probably sells in by the thousand. I would think the same way like lasers and those things do. I would imagine anyway. I'm not really sure about how well that stuff sells, to be honest. Like I said, I've never tried to sell it. We can look at the markup on it though while we're here.
Did you get another one to drop?
Oh, son of a! What the hell is going on here? Stop it! All right. So yeah, we did get some of it to drop. Let's take a look at the market value on it. Where'd it go? There it is. This stuff. Diluted body oil. I don't remember what it's used for. Well, apparently it doesn't sell all that great. Probably unless you have like a really big quantity.
The diluted body oil is for the month. It was 106.38% markup,
Yeah, that's not too great.
and just under 9.5 ped sold in auction house over the last month.
Well, let's see. If you look at the year and the decade, I mean, the stuff doesn't sell that often. It looks like there's only been 1.3K pet of it sold in the entire decade
On auction house.
on auction house, anyway. Now that doesn't take into account player trades, but everybody seems to base everything off the market stuff here when it comes to things like this. So honestly, I don't really know. I can get back to you on that though. Yeah, I think the oil is probably better used if you collect it and then craft whatever you craft with it and then sell that more than likely. Which, like I said, I'm not really sure what it's used in.
I have a lot of blueprints, but I
Oh, it
only
is
use
lootable
two.
though.
Well, it is in your map tab.
Oh, well, that really doesn't help much. Just says it's an impure body oil mixed with other known and unknown liquids. Okay. We'll have to find the blueprint that's used for so we can tell. Yay, we're back. Hang on, guys. Entropia just hates me tonight. Maybe because I'm exposing some secrets they don't want me to expose. I don't know. I doubt it though.
I think it's just because we got funky
I
internet.
think it's just our shitty internet. Oops. Yeah. All right. We are back. Dookie dookie. I should actually do that. All right, we're back. And I'm doing something in a moment. Hang on a second. All right. So, hang on a second, guys. All right, I can fiddle with that later. All right. Now that I got what I needed to get. Ooh.
I'm getting tired. I got on at like 6 a.m. because my disciple 6 hours ahead of us.
Yeah, that's one thing. When you're a mentor, you got to worry about time zones and all that kind of stuff. Generally speaking, we try to take care of our disciples best we can, and the way we do it, because we only have one computer, we take turns. So my wife and I are both mentors. I lead a mentoring society known as Axios Deus Machina, for those that may be interested in some mentoring, or just check us out, join us, hang out with us, that kind of thing. You guys can generally, most of our members, well, I'd want to say a good number of them are mentors, or they know enough that they can help you out if you have a question, and they don't mind answering questions. So if you see, what is YouTube complaining about now? Oh, bull malarkey. Huh. Yeah. No, you're lying. YouTube is lying.
When I was a disciple, you were my mentor.
Yeah, but you also spent 2 years watching me play the game before you decided to play.
Yes, that is true.
You had a little bit of an advantage from watching me.
Yes. And I also learned a lot from other players in the game. Because when I started playing, some of your friends were excited for me to start playing, so they wanted to teach me a lot of stuff too.
Well, yeah.
So I took what worked for you, what did it that doesn't work for me, what they taught me, what worked for me, and
right. I mean, there is a little bit of adjusting what you learn to the way you play individually, but a lot of the basic concepts and things that we teach apply to everyone, whether you're high depot, low depot, no depot, depot on a blue moon on a Saturday in April, that kind of thing.
I focus on skills over globals.
Well, there are players that's what they do. They, but they can afford to do that. But for everybody else, that's what we're here for. People that can't drop $1,000 at a time into the game, that's what our job is to make it so everybody has fairly the same chances with the stuff that they know. Now, skills do take a while and all that, of course. It does in any game. But this game, on the other hand, is known for being, taking forever to do anything.
I am thinking of buying the Dominatrix Unlimited. Is it profitable? Not for the pets, but for the animal.
I believe it can be. Once you're, well, the thing about that's kind of, it would depend on what mobs that you're taming with it. There are some that give you a whole bunch of essence, and then there's some that don't give you hardly nothing.
Well, you get a random between 1 and 3, I think.
Yeah, you get a random amount of essence for each mob between 1 and 3, and you also have a chance of getting rare essence. Now, the thing about that is, say you tame a regular Charin dragon, and then you turn around and tame a silver one. Well, if you juice the silver one, you're going to get a better chance of getting the rare essence than you would the regular one.
Higher level mob.
Right, but the silver is also harder to tame than the regular Charin dragon.
It might be profitable. The person you would want to ask about that would be a guy in Cali trade named Mr. Joe. He buys and sells pets and trains them.
Yeah, he's a big pet buyer, seller, and trainer, so he would actually be able to tell you a lot more about that. I've dabbled with it a little bit. I know about the buffs and things that you can get with them, but as far as the essence, I haven't really had a chance to use any of that yet.
And he's Solis's friend in game, so if you say,
oh yeah, if you let him know I sent you over to him to ask, he'll be more than happy to answer your questions.
Yeah, if I was gonna be doing the panel on taming mission, I would just smush them, because I think their skill buff is pet taming.
Yeah, pet taming.
So yeah, I would just smush them for the essence.
I'm not sure what strength it is though. I think it's 10% on a panelon. It might be 15. I've got one in Cali storage, but I can't look at it at the moment because I'm on Cyrene.
I don't have it. The only pet that I have, well, I have a few pets with me, but when I won, and then the other one you tamed and gave me, and it got its buff unlocked, but it's already pet taming, so I don't feel that I need to train another one that has pet taming.
Like I do believe it's pet taming, but I'm not sure if it's 10% or 15% is the strength on that. Most of your tameable pets, that's going to be the base buff that you get is pet taming with a lot of them. Now there's going to be some like the Tesla pod that gives you buffs like what's it called, Energize, and it gives you I think it gives you a damage buff too. That particular pet, and there's some that give you, like, all rabbits give you a speed buff, all of them. To what degree depends on the rabbit. Like, a silver will give you a 12% buff over a regular one, which gives you an 8% buff. I've got one of the, in fact, I can show you one of those. I have this guy unlocked even, if I brought him with me. Yeah, actually I did.
You have him with you.
So, this guy has a 8% speed buff, but it doesn't unlock until level 22. So,
and the person you bought that from didn't know what they had.
And the person I got it from really didn't know what they had. So, yeah, this is an 8% speed buff. It costs 6 energy per hour. So keep that in mind when you're using pets with buffs. They do have an energy cost that you're going to have to keep up with their food. However, unless you've got like a robot, it doesn't go down very, very much. So it is easy to keep up with. But this one is 8%. If I had a silver, there would be 2 buffs here. The silver one gives you a speed buff and a taming buff, I think. Silver Corinthian, I believe. And then you've got the ruby that gives you, I think the ruby gives you a stronger speed buff, and then the what's the one that starts with an E? Or sapphire gives you like 2 different buffs. I'm not sure what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And instead of you could either sell the pets themselves like that, or you could just smush the pets or I don't know where there's a smushy pet thingy on Cyrene.
Any stable. I don't know where the stable is.
Yeah, I don't know where the
I have no idea where a stable is on Cyrene. I'm sure there is one, but I don't know where it's at.
There has to be one with pet taming missions.
Yeah, because there are some taming missions. Oh, wait. Actually, I do know where there's a stable. I'm sorry. It's at the supply depot. There's one right there. There's a stable right there that you can tame Erets at. Remember the Eret taming mission? That's where you get it.
Okay.
It's at the supply depot. I forgot all about that. But yeah, there's a stable right there.
I got a pet taming buff unlocked on my Cyrene dragon, and I don't have a whip because I can't afford it at the time.
Yeah. Okay, let me put my rabbit away. He doesn't have any food.
You know what? He uses Google Translate if he has a disciple.
What?
Rita, you used Google Translate when you did when she was your disciple until she got better with English.
Right.
That's one of the things she wanted to do with the game is
right. One of the things that I use that's a very useful tool sometimes is Google Translate.
He's using that now.
Yeah, there you go.
Talk to us.
Oh, no problemo, senor.
That's why I brought up you doing that with your disciple.
Yeah, I do that a lot too, so no worries, man. No problema. I do speak a little bit of Spanish, but basically just enough to get by. I don't know formal Spanish or conversational Spanish, or I just know a little bit.
The one factory you used to work at you had to know a
yeah,
little bit of
my
Spanish
goodness. I used to work at a vegetable packing warehouse in Georgia, so I had to learn enough Spanish to work with them and, be able to communicate at least. So I do know a little bit.
I've used Google Translate for Swedish.
I've used it for Swedish, Indonesian, German.
German. I used it for German too. For my love.
Yep. But yeah. Absolutely, guys. All right, let's see.
I hope
Oh, nice. Yeah, soccer's really big down there. Or football, as you call it. Futbol, right? Football.
We had the society that Solis leads. We're an international society.
Oh yeah. We have players from all over the world, so I have to use Google Translate sometimes.
We have a few Indonesian players. We have an Italian player. We have We have a German player. We have a player from Poland.
Sweden. A lot of places in Europe, actually. A lot of places. We did have a player.
My first disciple was from the UK.
Yeah, we did have a player from Bosnia. We've got people from all over. And that's fine. I mean, hey, the more the merrier, guys. Let's see. I want to sell some stuff.
The player that we had from Bosnia decided to start his own society, but we left him so much so.
Oh, yeah. He has our blessing. He used us to, quote unquote, grow up, and then he left the nest and started his own. We still talk to him frequently, every day almost. In fact.
I didn't talk to him today. The last time I talked to him was yesterday.
Yeah. Yep. Messi's pretty good, but you know, sometimes I don't know. I don't really want to say much about Messi. I mean, he's a really good guy. He's awesome.
I don't know him.
He's really good, and he's really, really friendly. He doesn't mind asking questions if you can catch him online. I've talked to him a few times in game.
That was before I started playing, though.
Yeah, I've talked to him once or twice. Well, actually, I think 3 or 4 times in game. He's a great guy. And my goodness, does that... Whoa, the amount of grinding that he's done is ridiculous. But you know what? I'll tell you who the free-to-play king is, in my opinion. Desi's Super Skunk. What's the rest of his name? I can't remember it. I don't think he's online right now either.
Because
he was online. Anyway, but anybody that knows Desi, that's what he goes by short, for short, knows that he's been a free-to-play player for about 18 years. He hasn't deposited one dime into Entropia. Not one. And he's got a privateer that well, it's not so recently now, but he got about a year and a half or so ago. Oh, the football play. Oh, right. Sorry. I forgot about him. Yeah, I know who you're talking about now. My bad. I thought you were talking about the Entropia player, Messi. My goodness.
The only sport
what the heck
we
are they talking about
follow
in that
is
channel?
WWE, only because his son is in love with wrestling.
Yeah, I used to watch wrestling back in the day when Hulk Hogan and them were doing it, but I kind of lost interest in it a long time ago.
And we only know what's going on because his son tells us.
Yeah, my son keeps us pretty much up to date on the wrestling world, which there's nothing wrong with that. That's cool. Okay, I forgot what I was doing here. Okay, right. Oops.
Are you gonna extend the stream?
No, probably not.
Okay.
Probably
So
not.
you got about 10 minutes left?
Yeah, I really don't see a reason to extend the stream. We covered everything that we wanted to cover tonight. Yeah, I'm not so sure he's playing anymore. I know he takes really long breaks sometimes. But when he does, he's usually traveling with his family or doing something with his family. I think the last time I talked to him, he was doing a camping trip with his family during the summer. And he was just about to leave or something like that. I think that was the last time I talked to him, but he doesn't log in so much anymore. But I mean, he's pretty much maxed out his character beyond anything that he can't advance anymore. He's maxed everything out. There's nowhere else for him to advance to. As far as I know, I'm pretty sure he's got 450 in every single one of his professions. Which, I think that's the cap. I do believe 450 is the level cap, unless they raised it. I don't know. But I do know he's pretty much got everything done that you can do.
My highest skill level is 25, and that is sweating. Okay, because I love sweating.
Yep. Now myself, it
is 10 p.m. It is 10:53 p. 9:53 p.m.
22. Yeah, that's Argentina. That's right. You're on the same time we are. You are on what we call Eastern Standard Time. Actually, I think you're an hour ahead of. No, wait. 22. Yeah, you're on the same time we are.
No, he's an hour ahead of us.
Wait, yeah, you're an hour ahead of us.
You're an hour ahead of us.
Yep. Because you're in the same. Well, you're not in the same hemisphere, but you're on the same side of the planet we're on.
Because
you're just in the southern hemisphere instead of the northern hemisphere.
it's just before 10 o'clock for us, and it's just before 11 o'clock for him.
Yeah, so he's an hour ahead of us. Argentina, that sounds like a really neat place to visit.
I worked with a lady from Argentina.
I'm not really sure how safe it is to visit, but I'm with all the craziness going on in the world. But seems like I wouldn't mind going there to visit. I mean, I bet it's beautiful there. Being in a subtropical area like that, I bet it's awesome. I bet it gets really damn hot, though.
She came to the United States almost 60 years ago when she was 2 years old.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Her stepfather was an American citizen, and her mom was Argentina, and she came over when her stepdad brought her and her mom over. Her kids actually were with my brother at school.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Yep. But, yeah, we've got a player in our society that's from Mexico City, I believe, or somewhere near there. We've got, let's see, Bombrio. He
was my disciple. He was a non-society disciple.
Yeah, that's right. He was a non-society disciple. Oh, by the way, guys, we do mentor outside of our society. You don't have to be a member of our society to receive our training. That's one thing I want to put out there. A lot of societies will keep that in-house. Yeah, dangerous for tourists, exactly. I don't know how safe it would be for us to go, but I'm sure there are safe places, or safe-ish places. Some places safer than others, but I'm not really sure of the overall safety. But shit, I wouldn't mind doing it, Really, a lot of that is you got to pay attention to what's going on around you, but, because a lot of tourists, they don't think about what's going on around them. They just want to see what they're focused on what they're there to do. They don't pay attention to the guy that might be following them to figure out where they're at, or to, jump on them later or do something dastardly. But,
my current disciple is a non-sock disciple.
Mm-hmm. So is mine.
So,
yeah, both of our disciples are not in the society, but like I said, that's okay. We don't mind sharing our knowledge. Hey, look, there you are. I think.
Yep,
there you are. Hi there. How's it going? I don't have any hotkeys for that.
I can't figure out how to set mine up since the new UI interface update.
You just right-click on your avatar like you did before. It just looks different.
I used to have waves set up on my screen.
Yeah, I used to have key buttons for all that stuff.
Anymore. Nice next island holiday outfit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if I had the pets, I would have got the female one this year.
Yep, definitely. Guys, when I am done with the stream, I'm still going to stay in game, so you guys can hit me up with questions or any of that kind of stuff that you want to do, because I will be in game. My name is Solis Starmonger, or I'm sorry, Captain spelled wrong, Captain, Solis Starmonger, in case you're wondering, and you might want to ask me some questions or whatever in game.
And guys, I am Melanie Starmonger in game.
And this is my co-host, cohort, backseat driver, person, Melanie Starmonger. She is also my wife in real life. She's also a mentor, so you can pick her brains when you see her on too sometimes. That is probably going to do it for us tonight as far as the stream goes. Be sure to check out our other videos. Hit like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff if you liked our content. Hopefully we are going, I say hopefully, I mean we are going to be bringing you more videos and more live streams. I had to take a break from Entropia, but I'm back. So I will be making a lot more Entropia content, so look out for that. The new guide, Entropians Guide to the Universe, I want to say is a big success. Thank you for all that, and thank you for everybody that's been watching lately and has subscribed or followed us on Twitch. We certainly appreciate that, and it does help us bring you that great content. It does encourage me to keep going and sharing my knowledge and all that kind of stuff. It makes me feel appreciated, which is why I do this. So, all right, guys, we're going to release another video tomorrow. It'll be episode 3 of the Entropians Guide to the Universe. This one will be all about sweating, swunting. What do you do with the sweat? Where do you go to do all this? What can you do with it? Who, all that you might want to know about it. And Melanie's going to be in it. She's probably going to have...
Are we going to use my avatar or yours? Probably mine.
I don't know.
I'm a higher sweat gatherer than you are.
Doesn't really matter, I don't guess. But, we could use your avatar. I don't really care. But watch for that on Thursday, probably close to around between 8 and 9 p.m. We'll be releasing that one. Our next live stream is going to be Friday, but it won't be Entropia. We're going to be doing Diablo 2 Resurrected again. This time we're going to do Act 3, so if you're interested in that game, I highly encourage you to check us out on Friday.
When you play Diablo 2, the person that you play that game with also plays Entropia.
The person that I play Diablo 2 with is also an Entropia player named Ganja God. And shout out to Ganja. Hey, man, haven't heard from you in a couple of days. Don't forget.
I talked to him today.
Don't forget we've got that appointment on Friday. That's a standing appointment, my guy. All right, guys. We'll see you later. We appreciate all of the likes, shares, subscriptions, and the follows. And be sure to make comments for me. Let me know what you thought of the content. If you have suggestions for different content or something you may want to see me cover, or us cover, or her cover, or somebody cover, maybe both of us, let me know in the comments or in the community section of the YouTube. Or you can always jump on our Discord. Go ahead and join that. And all the links and all that kind of stuff are in the description below for the YouTube video. And all right, guys, I think that's going to do it for us. Everybody have a good night. No matter where you are, good evening, good morning, good night, and good afternoon. And we will see you again Friday, and look for that video on Thursday. All right, guys, we're out. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye. Come see me on Cyrene. I live here.